Hi everyone, welcome to this video. So this video I am going to talk about coming out and overall my opinion on it. So right now, let's be honest, I am 24 years of age and I knew I was, I guess, different, or in other words, gay around 13, and I really wanted to make this video for years. Like, I think wanted to make it when I was like 16, when that was the trend. I guess like trend in terms of like I was searching on YouTube and wanted to and see like those videos, and you're like, oh wait, I'm relatable to them, and I wanted to share that. But it's, say that's 16, so that's 8 years, um 8 years since I first initially wanted to make this video, but now I'm making this video as much older and I guess more experienced in life. And yeah, so disclaimer, this video I'm not gonna cry because there's a lot of other videos you guys could watch and cry about, but I just think I want to be more informative and I really want to be honest and share everything with y'all, and overall just my opinion with that. So it's gonna be broken down to a few categories. I don't know if I'm gonna put I'm gonna block it on YouTube, but if I do eventually, then you will see in the video certain points and certain places I blocked. But if you don't, then I'm gonna tell you right now. So this part of the video is gonna be broken down to my actual coming out stories and ending it with like my opinion, and also what is the reason, the purpose of me sharing this story. Okay, so backtrack. Let's talk about my first coming out story. So I think, to be honest, I think I knew I was gay like at 10, like, or 12 or 13, but I was just unsure. But in reality, I think when I started having like crushes on, I guess, men or boys, I think it was around like 16. And the first person I told was actually my pastor. So I grew up really religious. I'm sure a lot of people are, given all the coming out stories I've watched. And you know, Christianity and homosexuality doesn't really work. Like, if you are homosexual, or like if you are gay, you are basically going to hell automatically. So, and at first I was like extremely Christian. Like, I was very like a Christian boy. Like, I memorized like the Bible verses for Sunday school. I participated in singing. I go to devotion groups, and yeah, Christianity was like a huge part of my life. Like, it revolved around all my friends. And it's funny now because the friends I have when I was that Christian, I'm no longer friends with, but the friends that I have met when they saw that I was like a young Christian boy, I'm still friends with them. And I remember one of them, I think Jackie, really stuck to me, and she said that like, oh, I really thought you were really religious in that time, and that way it was just kind of hard to be friends, because I was kind of taught that like, if your friends didn't go to church on Sunday, like what's the point of being friends with them if they're not going to be the same heaven? So yeah. A little bit more about my coming out story. So I first came out to my pastor, and here's the thing. I think a lot of people, and I think a lot of coming out stories, when they first come out to their parents or someone that they really care about, which at that time was my pastor, it usually goes pretty well. Like, would be a lot of tears videos and like acceptance, like overall like easily acceptance and tears of like happiness and overall tears of acceptance. But that's not the case for a lot of people. Like, especially for me, it actually didn't really go pretty well. Like, the pastor and we were creating like plans and like reasonings of why I like men. And if it was like just a fad, or it was trendy at that time, or I'm gonna grow out of it. And we were finding ways on how to grow out of it by like watching videos of, I guess, gay Christians who decide to choose heterosexuality. And yeah, like I wish I could pull up that video, that Vimeo video that I watched, and like got to meet the guy, and we were planning my pathway to heterosexuality. But it's like deleted, and it's so funny because I think when I was 16, 17, 18, I like watched that video like every single year at least once, and now it's finally deleted, so that sucks. Because that was such a catalyst to my growth, and my, I guess, identity. And then, so the first coming out was with my pastor. Didn't go too well, and I think that's okay. And I also want to know that usually it sometimes does not go well depending on your background, relating to like economically, socially, and also your identity, like your other identities. Like I remember watching YouTube, and majority of the videos were like, love Troye Sivan, I love, but it's pretty, or like Connor Franta and Tyler Oakley, oh my gosh, like, but it's all like white men, so their experiences are not the same as my experiences, unfortunately. So fair warning on that. If you were to ever come out, acknowledge like all your identities, and that is not, do it when it's safe, okay? So I do want to share this last story. Is like the last person I came out, like actually saying, like taking the time to actually be like coming out, was actually my aunt in her bedroom. I remember the most important thing out of that story, she said, like, at least you are happy and get married and have kids. That's all that matters. And honestly, I think I was 20, so I didn't actually really physically say coming out into another person until I was like 20. Is that, and that's all you really needed to hear, like, and I kind of grew up in not a nuclear American family, so I grew up with my cousins, uncle, and aunts. So getting her respect is basically like certain people to their mom and dad. So yeah, like I think that's the last person I came out, and now I just live my life as this, and then people can just assume, and that's all that matters to me. Okay, overall, so the reason why I'm sharing this story, or because I want people to know that it's not always glamorous. I think when I was young, like I said, the people we were watching on YouTube or social media, it's pretty easily acceptable to be gay. And it's not, because you have to kind of be aware of your privilege in terms of finances as well. I have met people where they literally got kicked out if they were caught with hanging out romantically with the same gender. And I don't look like the typical person that would be doing the coming out videos. Like, I was not a white male. I also want to know that you don't need to know exactly the right age. I think when I was watching these videos, I think people were like 14, 13, 16, and they kind of figured it out. But for me, I just shared scenarios like 16, that's when I came out to my pastor, and for me to finally be accepted in my family or by a family member is when I started telling them when I was 20 and almost 21. So yeah, age is not relevant. So next the last part is the purpose in sharing the story. So the idea is you don't need to come out. I think I met so many people that didn't even physically like sat down with their parents or their close people and physically say that who they like to sleep with or who they want to have a relationship with. Also make sure you are safe. Like you have to make sure your parents are very welcoming, financially, yourself are financially, and you're mentally there. Because I think figuring out that identity is a process and it's not that easy, but everyone has their own journey when it comes to, I guess, sexuality. So the second reason why I am sharing this story is that my future content and projects in the future, I'm pretty sure even my videos that I shared before will be related to this topic directly and indirectly, and I just don't want people to be shocked. Like even though I look like this, like it's kind of obvious, but just in case. And I'm going to insert my OnlyFans link. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. But the most important thing is the reason why I want to share this coming out story in this video finally after 8 years is because I wanted and I wished when I was younger there was someone that looked like me, sharing this experience. And now that I'm much older, I can be that person for the future generations. So first of all, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all soon. Bye.